Good afternoon, everyone. It is David Schlotthauer here in the home weather office with another detailed weather forecast for May the 20th, 2023. In this update, we are talking about big weather pattern changes coming with cooler weather across the west, while there is a big warm up in store for the high plains and the Midwest. Now, if you're new to the channel and you really like these detailed weather updates, please consider subscribing if you're new, hitting the like button, and also sharing this video with their family and friends on social media and leaving an awesome comment in the section below this video. So without further ado, let's take a look at our current weather conditions happening right now across the United States, because we have that weather system that we were talking about in yesterday's video, how it brought quite a bit of severe weather across portions of Texas and Oklahoma. That same system is now in the eastern seaboard across the Northeast, bringing quite a bit of rainfall along the cold frontal boundary. You can see temperatures in the 80s already in central Virginia, but on the backside of this, temperatures are already in the low to mid 60s. So we are seeing a temperature change on the backside of the system as that trough. You can see it there on the screen as it moves across, say, portions there of Michigan into New York. But look at this. We got some moisture being phased in off the Atlantic coast, impacting the Northeast. That's bringing quite a bit of rainfall, some thunderstorms, even a few water spouts way offshore, part of the southerly flow that is increasing. Now, we don't have a lot of monsoon yet to talk about because the daytime heating is just getting underway, but we are starting to see some intense thunderstorm convection taking place here across the four corners, such as I-70, I-15. We are seeing some explosive thunderstorm convection going on with temperatures there in the 70s and 80s. If you're in Colorado, temperatures are in the 40s and 50s, depending on elevation, but we're also seeing those thunderstorms really bubble up this afternoon, with those thunderstorms too starting to pop up again across southwestern New Mexico and in portions of central portion there of Arizona. Now, another thing that I did want to mention before taking a look at our weather models for the next 7 days is a lot of smoke going on across Alberta, Canada. If you are in Saskatchewan, Canada, been really bad air quality there. I have not seen smoke this thick in quite some time. It looks brown just from satellite imagery, which means this is some thick smoke. We're probably seeing ash fall at the surface. So if you all are watching this video from, say, this portion of Canada, I just hope you all are staying inside, because the air quality is really, really bad when you get smoke this intense. And I'm sure the sun is not shining there because the smoke is that thick. So taking a look at the latest Euro model for this afternoon on your Saturday, May the 20th, 2023, and we can see there's our system right now across the Northeast, bringing with it some showers, some thunderstorms, non-severe storms, by the way, which is good news unless you're down here across portions of, say, Alabama and Georgia, where there is some severe weather that is still anticipated this afternoon. But the monsoon is roaring away across the four corners, including for portions of the Sierra. We're going to see thunderstorms each and every afternoon, probably through Wednesday and Thursday this coming week. So quite a few more days left of this monsoon activity before the pattern changes. So going all the way into, say, Sunday afternoon, there it is. The monsoon continues to roar like crazy with intense thunderstorms, maybe some haboobs, some dust storms. Not much going on across the eastern half of the U.S. other than a couple of showers possible for Florida. But really, a lot of this activity will be focused across the west for the majority of the forecast. And so going into, say, Monday here, this is Monday, May the 22nd, maybe a few showers there. But again, a lot of the activity here focused across the four corners, Montana. Hopefully enough rain falls over here where some of these fires are to extinguish them. I mean, these fires are burning out of control right now in Alberta, Canada. If you are in British Columbia, portions there, just seeing too many fires. Even in northern Saskatchewan, quite a bit of forest fires going on. I just hope you all can be safe out there, because this is not good at all. I mean, so much disastrous fires up there. I'm sure FEMA is getting involved. Some of the National Guard is getting involved to fight those fires, because they are pretty big. So the deal here is by Tuesday, more showers up there could extinguish some of the flames or get the moisture in the air to prevent rapid fire spread. But until then, it's going to be a tough weekend for some of the firefighters that are fighting those blazes up there. In much of the U.S., though, pretty quiet overall. Few showers there, maybe some marginal severe weather risk down there across southern Georgia, southern Alabama, including for Florida, but really quiet overall. I mean, there's really not much to talk about. I mean, this is one of the more calmer forecasts that we've looked at in quite some time. By Wednesday, by Thursday, by Friday, just really not a lot going on. Now, there is a disturbance here I'm watching. I am not too concerned about it at all. It's just going to bring in some gusty winds and maybe some more rainfall chances over portions of Virginia, maybe some across North Carolina, but really just pretty dead. I mean, we don't have a lot going on. I mean, really, there isn't, other than pop-up storms. I mean, that's not too exciting after a while, right? So you can see with what I mean by that. So there's your precipitation forecast. Let's take a look at those temperatures, right? So here's a look at the Euro model for your surface temperature actual. This is not your anomalies. So when we go into tomorrow, let's fast forward this. You can see daytime highs tomorrow will warm up pretty nicely. We got some upper 70s to lower 80s across much of the plains. Even the upper Midwest into the Great Lakes, gonna see some pretty warm temperatures. Look at this. Temperatures down here across the southeast in the mid to upper 80s tomorrow. So tomorrow would be the day to take advantage of a lot of this nice weather that you're gonna deal with, right? Jump in the pool, go swimming, go to a public swimming center, because it's going to be nice. Not too much in the way of cold air to worry about. Even warm up there in Canada, all the cold air is going to be found across Hudson Bay. Otherwise, everyone here in the United States is going to be enjoying some warm, nice weather. By Sunday, you can see here, actually this is Monday, excuse me, you can see temperatures here going to be pretty warm in southern Canada here of Saskatchewan, 70s, 80s, and 90s, even some low 100s down here across Tucson, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, Las Vegas, Palm Springs, really warm with some upper 80s, low 90s across the deep south. So really not, you know, quite warm, but it could be a lot hotter than this, right? So pretty tranquil weather if you ask me here. And then by Tuesday, really it's warm up here across the northern tier. Got some mid 80s in the forecast for the Dakotas, for Minnesota, for Iowa, for Wisconsin. Temperatures down here across the deep south. You're going to be flirting in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Cooler weather returns across the Pacific Northwest thanks to some cooler low pressure systems that are going to be moving in from the west. So that's going to bring in temperatures in the 70s and 80s across California, portions of, say, Washington and Oregon. Going to see some much cooler weather on the arrival. And then by Friday, same ordeal. Temperatures are going to be quite warm across the plains. So now when we take a look here at our geopotential height, we can see this is basically showing us where our air masses are warm. So in other words, when you have higher heights, higher thicknesses in the atmosphere, you basically are increasing the temperature because the air mass is warmer than average. So therefore, the surface is going to reflect that pretty well. So areas in orange indicate usually above average heights and usually near average to above average temperatures, versus troughs up here across Hudson Bay indicate cooler than normal temperatures are expected. So going forward here, you can see how the pattern really changes. We got this large-scale ridge pattern across the northern plains into portions of Hudson Bay and across southern Canada there, such as Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Quebec, and Ontario. You're going to be seeing some warmer weather as that ridge really builds in, because we have low latitude troughing, or mid latitude, in other words, across California and across the eastern seaboard. So that's going to amplify ridges to the north here across Canada. That's going to bring in warm temperatures, and that continues all the way through perhaps the next 7 days or so, with not much changes other than colder than normal conditions could be expected here across California, Nevada, the Pacific Northwest after it being pretty warm for mid-May, and with below average temperatures possibly returning for the eastern seaboard by the end of next week into the last weekend of May. Well, that's going to do it with today's detailed weather forecast for May the 20th, 2023. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. Jump in the pool, go diving, send pictures in to me on Twitter. Let me know of what you did today. But most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you did like today's video, hit the like button and share this video with your family and friends and relatives on social media. It really means a lot, folks. But until next time, I will be back with you with more on these weather forecasts. Maybe one tomorrow. I'll have to think about it because the weather pattern is pretty quiet. But thank you all for watching.